that's just a little teaser there. So Stan will come back and show you sort of another challenge in the game. This is one of the harder combat challenges. So the combat challenges is a good place for the really skilled players to go. Once you've learned your Batman skills, you go into these challenges and you have to do particular takedowns to get the best times, and there's an online worldwide leaderboard to see if you can get the best times against your friends. And a lot of those things are sort of, they complement each other, so you have to do a particular type of takedown. If you make too much noise, you have to do a different type of takedown. You know, it stops you being able to do other takedowns. So it really becomes like a strategy game as you're deciding who to pick off, but not only who, but how.
Right.
So it brings in a whole new element to the game.
Hopefully you'll take it affectionately. Some of us around the office, when we saw the video, I think it was you narrating, the taking people out. I think we were calling it Metal Gear Batman.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you mean. I mean, the one thing is, you know, that one thing I kind of personally don't like about a lot of stealth games is you sort of play them a lot and then you die a lot while you're learning the patrol routes. And you feel like it makes you feel really weak and rubbish, you know.
It's just kind of like, it seems like it's total, like, what are they, trial by fire, right?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
but it doesn't really give you you see that, oh, that didn't work, now I know the way that it worked. It doesn't feel like it rewards you for
it doesn't feel like you cracked it. It was just like I did it enough until I won. So with Batman, we really wanted you almost to be able to cheat, you know, to move up in the rooftop and be able to watch these guys and study their behaviour. And when we do the tests, when we've got people in to play the game, you know, we get people who just sit up there for ages just watching, and you know, and those guys never get shot, they never get tracked down, you know. So it's the more you kind of adopt genuine Batman tactics, the more successful you'll be at the game.
And I would argue, because I have played it some, the more fun it is, really.
Absolutely, yeah. We really wanted to reward you for playing like Batman, you know, that was a big element of it.
And the interesting thing with this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is a combination of not only just straight up striking, but also counter moves and throws, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, one of the things we didn't want to do with the combat was have just a sort of normal weak strong combat system, and you've got to learn all these different combos to get through the game. Because to be honest, in the game you'll be doing some combat, but then you'll be doing lots of exploration and puzzle solving and detective and forensics work. So we needed a system which you could kind of play in like a staccato manner, you know, so you didn't have to spend hours and hours learning it. You could jump right in, but the better you get at it, the bigger combos you can rack up. So you can see Stan can pull off some of the bigger moves and do the longer combos. And like you see the lovely context-sensitive counter moves. So if someone's kicking you from behind, Batman grabs his leg under his arm and snaps it, or grabs the arm from over the shoulder. So, you know, there are hundreds of different animations in there. Going to a takedown move there, mixing that in.
Let's see if Stan can grab the bat from that guy and use it on him.
See if that guy comes in. So, like, there are lots of different moves that you can do. You'll see as well that the thugs, they're scavengers, so they'll try and grab stuff from the environment. They'll go to gun cabinets to pick up guns from the environment, and you can use your gadgets to stop them, use the Batarang to stop them.
Damn!
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to throw some questions from the audience at you before I get in trouble, because I'm sure there's a ton of them mounting up. Let's see what we got here. I've got Nick out of St. Louis. Starts it right off with, any differences between, and I guess we should start by saying, what is this going to be coming out for and when?
It's out on 360, PS3 and PC, and it's going to be out August 25th in US and August 28th in Europe.
Getting close. What about any differences between the three platforms?
I mean, the PS3, in terms of like the main game story, they're the same. The PS3 has the exclusive Joker content, so on day one you can download playable Joker, which is great. He's different to play than Batman, a much kind of dirtier, nastier fighter than Batman. Has a gun as well and some cool gadgets he can use in the challenges.
I've heard obviously about that, but I haven't seen it. I heard you're showing it at the booth, right?
Yeah, you can play.
Really?
We're showing that off.
So it has like distinctive dialogue for him during that? That's awesome.
Yeah, you have different like death sequences where Batman will come on and, you know, put you down for fouling, and, you know, yeah, it's a totally different. So you're taking on the Arkham guards instead of, you know, the other way around. So
Daniel Flanagan asked a very good question. He's from Ireland. He wants to know, when will the demo be released on the Xbox Live or PSN?
I've heard that question before. We do have a demo. It's going to be out on Xbox Live and PSN. I don't know the exact date it's going to be out, to be honest. You know, it's not my decision, unfortunately, but we have got a demo, and it will be released. It's a very cool demo. It'll give you a chance to see all those main elements of what it is to be Batman.
This is a good question. Anthony Gale from Chicago wants to know, how large is the actual Arkham Asylum? Because I'm worried about how much depth the game can have if all of it is in one building. Also, What's some of the game mechanics that you have in there that's going to keep people coming back for more? Some of the secrets and some of the other stuff that you want to unlock?
Yeah, I mean, it isn't just based in Arkham Asylum, the building. It's based on the whole island, so you can go anywhere on the island. So there's a lot of different buildings in the asylum. You have the main intensive treatment, which is a new wing that they've built to hold these kind of super criminals, because obviously they keep having trouble with them. Obviously not the most successful building they've ever made.
I know. You think somebody get a clue?
Yeah. You've got the classic mansion from all the stories, which has been repurposed as the administration block. You've got the gardens. There's a whole series of catacombs underneath with a bat cave that Batman's built down there. So there are lots of different aspects to explore, and it is one persistent location. So basically, the whole story takes place there. You can move anywhere at any time. There are over 240 different secrets to find that Riddler's set up. Puzzles for you to solve. Lots of really cool stuff for Riddler. Him setting you him setting you riddles, and you need to find out what he's talking about to scan that in. So, yeah, it's a really different kind of part of the gameplay, a real cerebral part of the gameplay.
Was it now I know you obviously put in the cool, and thank you by the way for putting in the cool leaderboard mode where you can actually see the difference between how you and your friends doing the combat.
Yeah.
Was it tempting to want to do something, and correct me if I'm wrong, was it tempting to want to do something with online or multiplayer beyond that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously lots of ways you can go with Batman. I think one of the things with him, though, that we really wanted to do was do real justice to him as a character, and he's so multifaceted that if you're going to realise, you know, this great kind of Predator aspect, combat aspect, detective aspect, cerebral aspect of him, psychological aspect to him, which is really important, and all of these brand characters, you know, there's only so much you can do. We wanted to do all those aspects justice, so we focused all our attention on those.
I gotcha. Let's see if I got time for more questions here. Mangus Alberg out of Stockholm. This is actually a good question to end on. Mangus Alberg out of Stockholm. If you had to quantify, you know, we're seeing all kinds of different gameplay elements in this. We're seeing fighting, we're seeing adventure, you know, we're seeing all kinds of different stuff. Puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Is there any one thing that you would say this game falls into? Is it just straight up an action adventure? I'm sorry?
I think that's really difficult because of who Batman is and how multifaceted he is. I mean, I think that sounds a bit corny, but I think the best way to describe it is it's a Batman genre. You know, it's everything that Batman is.
I think that is a very accurate description, sir, and I thank you both for coming by.
Excellent.
And you're showing off the game. Definitely one of the ones I'm looking forward to, as I'm sure a lot of people are. The most are coming out of this show, so thanks again for coming by.
Excellent.
Appreciate it. Look forward. Thanks. Excellent demos, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh no, appreciate it. Right now we are moving on with our programming here.